Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. It's today, September the 22nd, 2020. And today we will focus on how historical, social, and economic context of the setting of a literary work directly influences, funny, I just noticed that, directly influences its plot, characterization, and theme. I will make connections to personal experiences, ideas in other media, and society while responding to narrative texts. And for our close, the main thing we're doing today is searching through photos from the Library of Congress from Canada, early 1900s. So in our discussion question, you can answer, well, what did you find out about life in early Canada in the early 1900s? And should be good things to do for that. But before we get to that, hey, today is a good day. And having that attitude makes a big difference. So say it with me. Tell yourself what to think and what to believe. What are you? I am smart, confident, and successful. Yes, you are. And how do you feel about reading? I love reading. It's so much fun. And especially if you don't really love reading, you want to say it so you can teach yourself to think differently. One more time. How do you feel about reading? Let me hear you. Awesome. And how do you feel about testing? Especially if you don't love testing. Say it anyway. I love doing my best and being successful. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this week, we are going to come to this week's work. And Monday was the reading for To Build a Fire. And that's what I put graded assignment for tomorrow. Read the excerpt for To Build a Fire by Jack London. If you didn't get to read it, hey, go back to yesterday's work, click on the video for today and tomorrow's work, and I read the first part of it. We watch a video about life in a town in today's world, where it gets down to 50 or 60 degrees below zero, and find out what that's like. And Tuesday's work, we have a quiz on what we read yesterday. So if you didn't get a chance to read it, hey, definitely watch the video, take the quiz, and see how well you do. The thing about this quiz is that like any test you take, there are often clues in the questions and clues in the answers of what the right answer is, but you have to use your riddle skills. You have to pay attention. So you can go into it when we're done here. Take the quiz, but remember, read carefully. Think about what you're answering, and think about it like a riddle. And you'd be surprised how many of these you can get right. There's only 6 questions. 5 of them are the main questions about what we read, and the 6th one is a bonus. So you can get up to 110 points on this quiz if you take your time and you suffer and you pay attention. After we're done with that, then it's time to find out more about life in the early 1900s. The story, To Build a Fire, was originally written in 1902, and then I think he did a rewrite in 1908. And so 1900, 120 years ago, what was life like? So I want you to do some research. I've gone into the Library of Congress and found a series of photos. So this is the link where you click. You don't want to click on this one. It won't it doesn't open up on skill computers. So just click on this one. Be sure you click on the top one, Library of Congress Collection, Canada 1900s. And you'll notice there's 66 items, 66 collections. And if you look closely, let me zoom it up a little bit. Some of them say groups of images. Like this one says 450 photographic prints, groups of images. Well, but they're not all online. So if you click on it, view items from this group. Look at these crazy cool photos. Let me zoom back so we can see the thumbnails. There's an Eskimo inside of an igloo, the first car and its crew, a stuffed reindeer on the street. There's all kinds of pictures. There's 29 pictures. Remember, it said 450. Well, there are actually 450 in the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., but they're not scanned. So if you actually go there, you can probably see all 450. Here you can see 29 of them, but that's 29 really cool old pictures. And you want to look at the setting and what's going on and the look on people's faces, how they're dressed and all that kind of stuff. Let's click back 2 times to get back to the collection. I want to point out a couple of things. Is Horseshoe Falls from the Canadian side. You can click on View Larger Image. And look at that. That is a frozen waterfall. Can you imagine how cold it would have to be for running water to freeze like that? It's not an easy thing to do. So this has to be in the negative 40s, 50s, 60s for water to freeze like that. And look how empty this place is. Probably now this is a big tourist attraction. It's full of stores and souvenir shops, right? Look at that one little lone house or something on the edge of this waterfall. It's pretty amazing. Now let's go back. On the second page, there's some pictures of it in the summer that have been colorized. Yeah, it's up here. Look at that. Horseshoe Falls. It's the exact same thing. But now they're showing it. It's not all snowy. It's not all covered with snow. This is how much water runs through there. So it's pretty interesting to see the difference between winter and some other time of year. So, of course, you don't need to look up waterfall. You want to look up people. You want to look up places. You want to look up things. There's 4 pages, so please don't all just go to page 1. Some of y'all go to page 3. And, oh, there's that same waterfall. Oh, no, yeah, Niagara. Pictures of churches. That's interesting on page 3. And then this is interesting. Here's a group of images. Portrait of members of American Colony, Friends and Associates. Alaska during William Mitchell's tour of duty. I wonder how this is 250 photographic prints. There might be only 5 or 10 online, but you have to open it up to see. On page 4, panoramic and oversized postcards from the Library of Congress postcard file. I guess some of them have to do with Canada. Not digitized, but groups of images. The Grosvenor collection of Alexander Graham Bell photographs. You know, the guy that invented the telephone? Yeah. Military uniforms. So there's all kinds of really cool stuff in here. So click around, see what you find. And once you find something good and interesting, hey, look at it. Use your riddle skills. Tell about what it is, and then write your comment here in your class, and we will have more discussion about it tomorrow. If you have any questions, be sure and message me. I'll message you back as soon as I can. And other than that, let's get it done and have a great day. And hope I see you in class tomorrow. Bye-bye. Take care.